Three beautiful people. Ogie Overman on my right, but always political left. Also beautiful. PR specialist for Shift Ed and former WFMY star Rosemary Plybon and Dave Daggett. David has stayed over from the last segment about summer safety. So gang, let's get to it. Due to the increasing threat of school shootings, some teachers are starting to arm themselves. In Delaware, for example, teachers are now allowed to carry a gun without restrictions. But last week, a nationwide survey showed that 54% of teachers say, well, I don't think I'll do that because it'll make the students less safe. All right, guys, here's a question. Is it okay with you if a teacher wants to arm him or herself? Ogie.
No, it's not okay. I think that's one of the worst ideas ever. That at 54% is probably low. I've seen polls that say 90% of teachers do not want to carry guns.
Mm-hmm. That percentage could be changing, though. I saw the same one you did, and this one looks like the numbers are going down. But if a teacher wants to make that personal choice, and if it's legal, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I worry about a student finding the gun or someone else using it. I mean, that's always a concern for me, is that it's going to be turned on them.
David, I'm a teacher. I say, gee, it's legal. I'm going to carry one.
Can't we all remember a teacher that we're thinking, oh my gosh, this person should not have a gun? I mean, no, it's a bad idea.
All right. Speaking of kids, an increasing number of shopping malls and businesses are now requiring teenagers to be chaperoned by adults in order to cut down on bad behavior and violence. Now, we've seen that with some of the local malls around here, but now it's becoming more and more of a national thing, including with businesses, local businesses, not just in malls. Are you guys okay with the chaperone system, Ogie?
Are they just trying to kill malls, just put them all out of business? I mean, kids go to the mall to get away from their parents for crying out loud. That's not going to work.
What about businesses?
Well, still, they're out and about with their buddies. They don't want a chaperone, for goodness sake.
Rosemary, you have kids. What do you think about the chaperone idea?
You know, I don't think it's a great idea. I think it's bad for business. You know, if a business wants to make that decision, that's certainly their prerogative. But I would say it's probably not a great choice. You know, they have a lot of spending power, teenagers these days.
These businesses want to cut down on bad behavior and distractions and whatever. What do you think about chaperones?
I'm going to disagree. Our young people today need leadership, guidance, and direction. They're not getting it, unfortunately. And that burden shouldn't fall on bad behavior in public places.
Okay.
And if public places are having a legitimate, documented issue, they should be able to take steps to address that issue. I'm not in favor of it. I am in favor of addressing the issue.
Okay. As of last week, it's now illegal in New York City to discriminate against someone based on their height or weight. Now, San Francisco, Washington, D.C., and some other cities have passed similar ordinances. A number of business leaders oppose these ordinances. They say, well, I might only want to hire employees that look a certain way. And they worry about enforcement once these things go into effect. Guys, are you okay with ordinances like this, Ogie?
Yeah, I am, because I tell you, and I've noticed this, a lot of employers hire people that look like them. And I think that is totally unfair. Make it merit-based, period.
Racial, gender, the whole thing. It looks like me. I'm going to hire somebody like me. Rosemary, what do you think about these ordinances so you can't discriminate against height or weight?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think that's the right way to go. I mean, I think enforcement, that is a question. How are you going to enforce it? How are you going to decide whether that person was not hired just because they didn't fit into a certain look? I don't have any idea how that
David,
happened.
in a court of law, I mean, that's in your bailiwick, sort of. I mean, how are you going to prove that, hey, I was 10 pounds heavier than a...
Well, some jobs require physical requirements. Have to be able to walk, have to be able to stand, have to be able to lift. There's occupational things there. But beyond those occupational requirements, discrimination is discrimination. And I'm against any form of discrimination.
All right. Very quickly, let's do this one. An increasing number of automobile manufacturers are now eliminating AM radio from all future cars and trucks. Is this the end of AM radio, or will it survive with Bluetooth? Quickly, Ogie.
I think there's a huge backlash going on. I'm hearing ads on FM radio supporting AM radio because people my age, your age, grew up on AM radio. There's a special place in my heart for AM radio.
Rosemary, you're the young one here. What do you think? Is AM gone?
And I think it'll survive, at least for a while, with Bluetooth and with streaming and with podcasting.
David.
And I think AM radio has to evolve to fit the present day circumstances, and I think it will, and I don't think it's going away.
All right, a new national survey ranks North Carolina as the 6th most romantic state in America. Do you think our state is romantic? And are you a romantic person, Ogie?
I'd like to see the criteria, the measure of how they figure that out. But yes, I am indeed a romantic person.
Rosemary?
Yes, and North Carolina is very romantic. Mountains, coast, Piedmont, we've got it all.
David?
Absolutely, and I'd like to call my first witness, Cynthia Daggett. She will testify on my behalf.
All right. Finally, guys, Amazon just had to pay $30 million in damages for violating customer privacy. It seems like their Alexa, Echo, and Ring devices, when placed in a bathroom or bedroom, can record documents doing private things. Guys and gals, do you have a camera in your bedroom or bathroom, Ogie?
What do you ask these questions like that?
Rosemary, do you have a?
No.
David?
My Echo does not have a camera.
Okay.
Oh, but it's listening to you.
Well, maybe.
Well, we can hear David saying certain things. That's all right. Well, that's all. These are privacy people. That's all the time we have. Oh, except for this, scientists are now warning that these artificial intelligence robots will very soon be able to tell a man what to do. Hey, said one man, we already have that. It's called a wife. You know what I'm talking about. Hey, wait a minute. With all deference to Rosemary, I'm Jim Longworth. We'll see you next week.